Well, I'm doing some baking today to take my mind off the fact that our fish are poorly. We have got a big fish tank and some of our fish are not doing very well, and so I have to bake to keep my mind distracted while we hope that the medicine we've put in the water is helping them. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I'm going to bake some oat bars. These are not healthy. However, they are so tasty, so nice, and I'm probably going to give most of them away to Chris's friends at work because they enjoy having some baked goods come to their works. So I'm going to bake these and I'm going to concentrate on that and not other things. So let's crack on. Right, if you can see here, there are loads of ingredients. We have 2 different sugars, oil, flour, porridge, eggs, chocolate chips, baking soda, baking powder, salt and vanilla. I'm going to put my big bowl there and I'm going to show you the recipe. So this is the recipe here. It's quite a simple one. Once you get going, it's just cup and teaspoon measurements. Easy enough to do. And then just whack it in the oven until it's toasted. Absolutely easy. So let's get on with some baking. Okay, in here I have 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of white sugar. We are then going in with, whoops, sorry about that, dropping my salt, a teaspoon just shy of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda. There we go. We're just going to give that a little mix around. Break up some of the sugar. Okay, then we are going in with the brown sugar. I've got light brown sugar in here, but you can use dark brown sugar, it's absolutely fine. I'm going in with 1 cup of that, so that's half. And 1. That is that. I'm then going to go in with 2 cups of porridge oats. I like oats, they're so filling. I don't like porridge though, I don't like, you know, breakfast porridge. But I like oats in other things. So let's go for 2 cups of this. That's 1, 2. Of porridge, and then we are going to go in with some chocolate chips. You can put nuts in here as well, so I'm going to go in with some extra. I don't think I've got any nuts in. No, we are out of nuts. You can hear Tilly in the background, I have a feeling. She is moaning for, oh what the heck, let's go the whole thing. There you go, 1 cup of chocolate chips, or sub out some of the chocolate chips for nuts, or just sub out all the chocolate chips and have just nuts. Absolutely up to you. Give that a mix. Okay, then we move this out of the way and we get a jug for all our wet ingredients. So in here we are going to go with 2 eggs. 1. 2 eggs. We are having 1 cup of vegetable oil. There we go. And then teaspoon of vanilla, but with vanilla like herbs and spices. We guesstimate. I think that should be enough. And I'm just going to give that a little mix. And all you've got to do is mix the wet with the dry and you are good to go. Now this is quite a big mixture. It will make quite a lot of oat bars. All depends on how big or small you cut them as to how many you get. I'm going to do it, my recipe says do it in a 15 by 10 by 1 inch pan. So that is like a big baking tray, which is basically what I've always done it in. And you're going to cook that at about 170 fan, which I believe is 190 on a regular temperature. And basically that is it. It's quite a sticky mixture. So all you're going to do now is you're going to get your tray and press this mixture into a tray. Let me just go and get one. Right, I've got my tray. All this mix slides in. And all you're going to do is just use your hand to squish it, pass it into place. Now, you might think you're only getting a thin mixture, but because you've got eggs in there, it will puff up a little bit. I prefer to use my hand, it's a little bit easier. But if you want to, use a spatula. And as you're pressing it, your hand makes it a little bit more, I don't want to say the word, moist. I apologise for any of you who do not like the word moist. There we go. Oh, I'm struggling in this corner up here. So let's just move that down a little bit. And there we go. And that is just going to go in the oven. And once it comes out, we will let it cool very slightly before cutting it into pieces. And we'll show you what it looks like. Here we are, taking the oaty bars out of the oven, and let me just show you what I'm going to do. Oh, okay, do it this way. So they were a little bit soft when it came out. It goes quite pillowy, but you can see how much it rises. It gets nice and crusty around the edges. So it's a bit like, you know, if you have a brownie and the external pieces of the brownie have the crispy edge, but the internal pieces are always a little bit softer. It's a similar principle here. I'm just going to give this, yeah, because that is like steaming hot. I'm going to give this 5 minutes, and then I'm going to cut it up into bars and let it cool completely. So we're a bit cooler, we're still a bit warm, but we're going to go around the outside with a knife. You can see it's already lifting up. Nice and easy. And then we're just going to cut into our pieces. Like I say before, the edges are a bit crispy, but the middle's nice and soft still. If you'd wait too long to try and cut this, that's when you start getting the crumbling. Now the question is, when I get to the end, will I have done nice even slices, or will I end up with a big thick one at the end? No, I think I've done not too bad, although I think we're going to end up with a very crispy and, oh, got a bit squiffy there. Right, now, do I go for thirds? Or do I go a little bit smaller and do maybe, what was I on, thirds? Should I do quarters? I think I'm going to do quarters. These are going to last Chris's friends at work, so if they have smaller pieces, it'll go around a little bit more. But they're still really good. Now, personally, I like a middle slice. I like a middle slice when I am doing brownies as well. So I'm going to dig out this one so that you can see what the texture is like. Let me come and put this under the light here so that you can see it a little bit better. So you can see the oats, you can see the chocolate, and yes, you're actually going to see me eat something sweet, which I don't normally, but here we go. Right. This is me eating something a little bit sweet, which I don't, like I say, don't normally, don't eat cake that much. Let's have a try. This is why I don't make these very often. They are so nice. Better than flapjacks. Flapjacks for me are just a little bit too hard. But if you prefer something a little bit softer, I'll put it down, I promise. If you prefer something a little bit softer, this is so nice, so tasty, really, really good. Make them now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy these bars. Please have a go. Let me know in the comments below if you have made anything like this, or if you're planning on having a go at these ones. We've done well. We've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40 bars. You can't go wrong with that. If you've got a good few children and you want something like this for their packed lunches, this is perfect. Or to go in a box and be like for snack bars and things. These are absolutely great. You're not going to get these any cheaper than what we've just made them for, especially for the quality and knowing that they're homemade. I'll see you next time. I'm going to have a little bit more. Shh.